Hello traders, this is Anthony. Welcome back to the video. So today is on Sunday, and you know, as usual on Sundays we do our analysis. So let's do our analysis. So I have some few pairs with me that I would like us to do analysis today. So I will start with the DXY. Remember this is a dollar index pair. Uh, you know very well if you want to do the analysis for USD pairs. You wanna look at the DXY for you to get a clean picture on on which direction the market is going towards. So starting from the weekly time frame, remember this is a top down analysis. So at the beginning of each week, you wanna look at the weekly time frame and see what is really happening. So from the swing structure, we can see here we are bullish from the weekly time frame. And some few weeks back, we saw the market traded to this indecision candle. If I can zoom out, you can see here we had a small indecision candle with a small fair value gap. The market reacted from there. And we also have this extreme point of interest that is located down here, which is a very nice demand zone since it has swept liquidity. Here we have a sweep of liquidity and then the push. But we have to wait for the market to come to this area because we are not sure whether the market is going to be stressed to this area. So we have to react to what the market is telling us. And from what I can see, the market had traded to this demand zone here some few weeks back. And I saw this previous week, the market swept liquidity below this low. And this is a clean indication that when the market sweeps a liquidity below or above uh, previous low or high, so there is high probability that the market will be targeting all this liquidity above here, and this will be the next liquidity point of interest to target. Going down to daily time frame. I'm sorry guys, I have some kind of fever. So if you don't hear my voice well, that is the issue, guys. But I will try my level best to be as much loud as possible. So you can see from the daily time frame, pretty clear that we had a change of character here. So I was expecting the market to sweep this liquidity and react from this demand zone, but the market had its own plan. So it went down and swept this liquidity here. Even you can see from the daily time frame, there is no candle closure here. So this is a sweep of liquidity. The market decided to sweep this low before starting to push to the upside. And you can see from the momentum, we have very strong momentum pushing to the upside. So for me, now we have a lot of descending highs here. See here, we have a lot of open liquidity around this area. So I'm expecting the market to push the upside and clear all these liquidity. In fact, from the daily time frame, we have a change of character here. So the market, for me, we are very much bullish, but still I need to have a confirmation. Now going down to the forward time frame, you can see very clearly here in the forward time frame, we have a very strong high here. This is the last break of structure to the downside. So for me, uh, this is not a clean area to take a sell, guys. So what I'm expecting the market, this is what I'm expecting. I'm expecting this high to be taken out. When this high gets to be taken out now, this will be our demand zone. You see here, we have a fair value gap here, and this will be our demand zone. So I will wait for the pullback, then now get involved to this buy, targeting all these highs. We have a lot of liquidity here. You can see very clearly. Uh, we have a lot of open liquidity left here by the market. We have some kind of a trend line liquidity. You see the first touch, second touch, third touch. So it's just a matter of waiting. So what I can say here, just wait for the market to violate this point of interest here. Those who like scalping can, if you get a confirmation here, you can get involved with the small cells for pushing the upside. So my anticipation is like this area is not going to hold since the market has swept liquidity from a very higher time frame point of interest. Uh, I'm expecting to see a very strong push to the upside and violate this area. So my bias on the DXY, it's bullish, but not yet confirmed, guys. Not yet confirmed. Remember, market can decide to react from this area and still push to the downside. So it's just a matter of waiting and see what the market will do. If this zone gets to be violated, well and good. So that is it. Now let me go to Euro USD and see what is the Euro USD doing. Now starting from the weekly time frame, you can see very clearly. If I can zoom in, you can see we have a break of structure here. The same thing with the DXY. So what I can see here from the weekly time frame, we have an extreme point of interest here. We have an extreme point of interest, and we had an equal highs here, which is liquidity, guys. We had an equal highs here, and I can see from the FOMC news, you see that I got taken out, market swept liquidity here. The same thing with the DXY, the market swept liquidity. And we have a very strong rejection from that area after the market swept this liquidity from the weekly time frame. Now going down to the 1 hour time frame. 1 hour time frame, you can see very clearly, guys. We were we were anticipating for some time that this high will be taken out, and you can see very clearly this week the market cleared this high here because we were very strong bullish to the upside. Now, from what I can see here, the Euro USD is bullish, which is now contradicting with the DXY because the DXY is saying from the higher time frame we are bearish, uh, we are bullish. So we are expecting to be bearish here on the Euro USD. So Euro USD is somehow contradicting. So what I can anticipate here, uh, now this is why now you have to wait for the confirmation with the DXY. So we need to be patient with the DXY and wait and see what the DXY will do. Then now we can reciprocate the same information on the Euro USD. But if the Euro USD, from what I can see from the daily time frame, remember we need to react to what the market is telling us because you can see very clearly we have a lot of highs, a lot of lows left here. We have a lot of liquidity from this. You can see very clearly we have liquidity here, liquidity, liquidity. We have a lot of liquidity here, and we know very clearly after the market clears the external structure, you can see here the external structure was taken out. This internal structure becomes liquidity. So I'm expecting all these lows to be at least taken out because I can't see any point of interest here from the daily time. So everything has been mitigated. So that means all these low becomes liquidity. So the only point of interest that I can see it is at this extreme zone. You can see we have a very strong demand zone, which swept liquidity at this area. So now, still, it's game of waiting, guys. It's a game of waiting here. Let me mark this demand zone clearly. You can see here we have a very nice demand zone, liquidity below it. And this is a very strong low since it swept the inducement before pushing to break the structure to the upside. Still, I'm not expecting this area to board the market here. Since what? The market has cleared the external structure and it has to take out some liquidity before continuing to the upside. So I'm expecting this low to be taken out And if this law gets to be taken out now, the same thing with the dxy. If this law gets to be taken out, I'll wait for the retracement. Then from there, I will take part in this trade targeting all these dissenting laws that you can see around this area. So that is my bias, the Euro USD. I don't know what you think about it. You can tell me on the comment section. Now going to the next pair, which is the GBP USD. For me, this is a very interesting pair. It has a very clean setup. What I would like to see, the same thing with the DXY. So the DXY is bullish. So we are expecting to see uh, dollar pairs to be bearish. And from which I can see here on GBP USD, you can see here we have a change of character. The same thing we have on the DXY. And the market tapped on this extreme supply zone on the daily time frame. And we had a very clean reaction from this area. So that is it on a daily time frame. Going down to 4-hour time frame. Guys, I didn't have any clean uh, break of structure here. I don't have any strong break of structure here for us to get a change of character. The only strong law is this law down here. So I will still be waiting to see what will happen once the market gets to this point of interest. If we get a good change of character, we can get involved in a small pullback before pushing to the downside. We are expecting to see some reaction in this area. Then market will eventually break this low since we are bearish from the higher time frame. So currently, we don't have anything, we don't have any structure here, not unless we find any good structure here for you to get involved in the sell, targeting this low. But I don't think whether we have any clean picture. Going down to 15 minutes time, we have very strong low. The only strong eye is I here. And I don't expect any market to retrace all the way back here. Down here, we don't have any strong low. So the only strong eye is this eye here. And I don't think that the market is going to retrace to this point of interest above here. So that is it on GBP USD. Now going down to the other pair, it's gold. Or some of you like trading gold. So let us do analysis on gold. So you know very well gold has been bullish. Gold has been pushing to the upside for some time. Now allow me to start from the 4-hour time frame, because from the daily time frame I don't see anything important. So the only break of structure was here, and the market never retraced to this area. It's just kept on pushing and pushing to the upside. So we have to look at what is market doing currently, guys. And from our previous analysis, this is our point of interest. And I can see on Friday, market reacted from this point of interest. Markets swept liquidity up below this demand zone and started pushing to the upside. I think this structure, you can see it very clearly on the 1-hour time frame. We had a sweep of liquidity, then a break of structure. This is the point of interest that if you look down here, we don't have any point of interest, don't have any demand zone. So this is the only demand zone. Market reacted from this area, try to push to the upside, swept liquidity above this previous high, then push to the downside, swept more liquidity, and then you can see a very clean momentum pushing to the upside. Then now we can have a very nice change. We have a very nice change of character, confirming this full structure. Now, this is our demand zone in the 1-hour time frame. But the only problem is we don't have any liquidity within this area. There is no liquidity. So that is the only problem. And this law has not swept liquidity below this law here. There is no sweep of liquidity below this law here. So That means now I have to wait for a confirmation before taking this trade, because the market can decide to swing. Because here I can see you have a relative equal loss. Market can decide to come down, sweep this liquidity, then now continue pushing the upside. So now we have to wait for a confirmation down here before taking any buy. Because now if you have to take a trade from this area, that means your stop loss should be below this low. And you can see this is a very large stop loss, guys. This is a very large stop loss. So now this brings you to the next step of waiting for confirmation. And I think I dropped a video on a entry confirmation on the channel. You can find the video there and learn something from the entry confirmation. So this is a setup that I am having on gold. So make sure to wait for a nice confirmation from this area for you to take a buy pushing to the upside. And then the last pair, I think it's NAS 100. So from NAS 100, if I can go to 4-hour time frame, you can see the NAS has been pushing to the upside. You have a very strong momentum pushing to the upside. So if I can go to 1-hour time frame, because I think that's where my setup is. 1-hour time frame, we have this break of structure, which had already swept liquidity here. This was a strong low. So like I tried to push the downside, tried, but kept on pushing to the upside. So I think I have something here on the 30 minutes time frame. You can see here we have a small break of structure. This is a fake break of structure. Market pushed to the upside, came down, swept that liquidity. Then we had a break of structure here. So this was a strong break of structure. That's why you can see market came to this demand zone here and push the upside. So now we have another break of structure here. We have another break of structure here, which is already swept liquidity below this low. So this is also a strong break of structure. So this is the setup that I'm having here on the NAS 100. We have a very strong demand zone down here, liquidity above it. So everything checks out from our checklist. So still, if you want to look at, we do have I took a video also on a checklist, my trading plan. It's still on my channel. You can find the video and also make sure you learn something from that checklist. At least you will understand why I'm saying that this is a strong break of structure. So now this is the last setup and the last pair that I will be watching once the market opens tomorrow morning. So without a further ado, I would like to stop at that point. Um, until next time, it's a bye bye for now.